Hey everybody, I'm Zelda Master and welcome back to Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. In this one, we're going to be freeing Korok Forest as we make our way through Lost Woods to find the forest. So let's go ahead and eat up and get ready as we take on this mission, because this one is going to be a big one. So let's do this.
The king issued his first order to the Divine Beast pilots. Seek out the knight who could wield the sword that seals the darkness. This would require that they vanquish the monsters in Korok Forest, where the legendary blade slept. All 4 of the pilots were to take part. Zelda, seeking data to help calibrate the Divine Beasts, accompanied them. As did Link, for he always stayed by the princess's side.
Hyrule's king chose us to perform this pivotal task. It will be my honor to excel, as always. Then there's you. The one part that doesn't add up. Why should this nobody be trusted to lead us in the coming battle?
It doesn't matter who's the leader. We're all in this together, right?
You are, of course, mistaken. My Divine Beast is the key. Really now, it makes no sense. Well, my one comfort is that your reputation will be completely ruined once you fail. The Fallen Knight.
Revali, how long do you expect us to put up with your prattle, huh?
I've said enough. The time has come to show you what I'm made of. Now witness Vah Medoh's divine power.
Yes, Divine Beast Vah Medoh is here to help us free Korok Forest. And I have to say, wow, Revali is so cocky, but at least he has something to back himself up, and that is piloting this Divine Beast and taking out all of these outposts that seem to be surrounding Korok Forest itself. So let's go ahead and fire the laser. Let's go. Oh yeah, there we go. And just try to take out as many enemies as we can. The Muso is by far the most OP ability these Divine Beasts have. As mentioned, we literally see this move in Breath of the Wild as they use it to strike Calamity Ganon. So, I mean, imagine it on normal enemies. But okay, if you do pass by an outpost and it's too low to shoot, you can actually press Y and switch your view and have like these under cannon shoot, which is super cool. But anyways, yes, this reminds me of like some kind of Star Wars or some sci-fi futuristic space battle, but instead we're in Hyrule. Just the way the lasers are shooting at rapid succession and flying a freaking Divine Beast like this. Like, it is so freaking awesome. But okay, let's go ahead and get rid of as many outposts as we can, as, yeah, there is quite a bit. Once my Muso comes up, I'll just probably use it to kill all the enemies. This is my chance, because I'm going to get hit more. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and use it. So let's fire the laser once again. And, yeah, literally eradicate. Whoa, okay, wait. Did we take out all of the outposts? We probably hope. Okay. Almost there. Wait, we only have 2 left. Wow, this was a bit faster than I thought. I had a feeling we would have had to loop around the entire forest, but no, this is fairly easy. So, okay, for some reason I skipped one just underneath me, so let me go ahead and do that. And then we'll finish off. That way, the champions can easily enter Korok Forest without all of these enemies. I like how they're using the balloon platforms from Master Quest as, like, normal enemy platforms. They found a way to put use, you know, in the story with something that was only available in Master Quest, but I think it's pretty cool, you know, killing these enemies. At least we recognize the style of these enemy types, because we literally do see them in Breath of the Wild Master Quest. But okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and take out the last outpost, which was right at the beginning of this, and now we have done it. So, alright, well, it looks like Revali has cleared things up for the champions. Now we may enter Lost Woods and make our way to freeing Korok Forest. So let's collect the rewards and see what happens next.
All clear over here.
Okay, let's go.
And they're here.
This is quite the fog.
Are we even making progress? We could just be going in circles.
Good point. If only someone could fly above and scout the way.
As though I could see anything through this muck. Honestly, do you ever think before you speak?
Getting lost is the least of our worries. If something attacked us, we wouldn't see it coming.
Yes, we must be prepared for even the most unusual. Ooh? Huh?
Finally! Somebody sees me! Shakalaka!
Oh? Where'd you come from?
And who are you?
Oh, me? I am the one who brings song and dance to Korok Forest! Let's go!
A Korok!
That's great! Mind guiding us through the fog, then?
Shoko. I'd love to get home myself. But there are scary, mean monsters in the woods, and I can't get past them.
You could probably sneak right by if you didn't have those noisy maracas.
Oh, never mind him. We have business in the forest. If you lead the way, we can handle the monsters for you.
Really? Woo! Yay! In that case, follow!
Yeah, Hetsu is gonna help us navigate through Lost Woods and make our way to Korok Forest. Because obviously these woods aren't meant for anyone to navigate through. You will be lost, hence the name. So we got our buddy, our pal, Hetsu, and he's gonna go ahead and open up these illusionary pathways that we didn't see before. And yeah, I just find it really cool because, yes, he is in the game, and to no surprise, he was alive 100 years ago. He is a Korok. It's really up to the Great Deku Tree's will. They are the spawns of the Great Deku Tree, so they don't really have a lifespan of normal humans. But either way, yeah, I find it really cool how we do have to help Hetsu, because this reminds me a lot of a shrine side quest that was in Korok Forest, and that was actually helping one of the little Koroks navigate the woods to find the shrine, and you had to kill all the enemies it would come across. It's kind of like that, but instead we're with a much bigger Korok, it being the boy Hetsu. And funny enough, we're actually going to be able to play as him. Yes, Hetsu will become a playable character real soon in this battle, so we'll just continue on as we're going to be shaking some maracas real soon. But yeah, I love the atmosphere of Lost Woods here. Like, they did a perfect job giving you the same feeling you had in Breath of the Wild, especially even with the enemy type, as Usually what you'd find in the Lost Woods were the style versions of the enemies, you know, the undead versions, you could say. And that is because, you know, the Lost Woods doesn't really house many living things, so it does make a lot of sense in why that's the primary enemy type. And I think it's cool how Nintendo kind of has every single enemy in a skeletal form. Not every single one, but the majority of them. This has been a staple in Zelda since, I guess you could say, I want to say Ocarina of Time has been, we really saw a lot of style-like enemies. They may have appeared in previous ones, but, you know, don't correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just saying that's probably the case. But there we go. Another illusion has been opened up. Let's continue on. It's very easy just to kind of navigate. The pathway is linear at the moment. Trust me, it won't stay that way as we continue on through the Lost Woods, but luckily it's currently pretty linear, and we just gotta kind of make sure all the enemies in front of Hetsu are killed, or we won't be able to continue on because he'll be focusing said enemies. Okay, kind of didn't get a chance. Can I actually? There we go, okay. I didn't really get a chance to say this in time, but I actually did, luckily enough. So now we can easily kill this Style Moblin with this sort of, oh, this just looks like pure, like, raw pain, like the way Link just slams him with the sword. It just looks hilarious. Like, it doesn't even look like sword slashes. He's just boinking him with the sword. I don't know, that looked absolutely funny. But okay, we got a little Korok compared to Hetsu, and we actually have a battle ahead of us. Let's see what it is. Yeah, we gotta take on Stalnox, which is another one of these Stell-like creatures, it being the Hinox version. So, kind of adding to what I said earlier with, you know, it being all Stell-like enemies, which kind of fits like how it was in Breath of the Wild when it came to finding enemies throughout here, or just around the Lost Woods area in general. But okay. Obviously, Stalnox will be fairly easy. Let's not worry too much about Hetsu. I like how it's showing us him as a, like, you know, important marker. Like, he has the little orange dot above his head, but we don't really have to worry about anything because we're literally forced to take on the Stalnox before we even advance. So, yeah, let's just dish out as much heavy damage as we can. I'm loving the two-handed sword, but things will change up a little bit after this. Which I'm really excited to show off. But okay, let's just use our Muso to rush this, and then hopefully we can just break its gauge entirely and kill it in one go, making this boss battle very quickly. And I spoke too soon, because look at that, we're done. Nice, okay. But as I was saying, we're not really done, because now we can advance forward, and voila, we have made it to Korok Forest, at least the entrance. But you may notice, yeah, the entrance has weird mud. That isn't weird mud, Hetsu, it's malice. Yes, somehow, some way, the malice is appearing before the Great Calamity even struck. We're finding this in Guardians and areas now blocking the pathway. It is absolutely insane to see. And now we have to figure out a different way to maneuver through. Obviously, there's only one entrance, so the plan here is to somehow get the malice to disappear, extinguish the malice, as the game implies. And now we can play as Hetsu. Okay, so don't worry, I'm definitely gonna play as him, but let's have every character, since we do have 4 playable characters right now, do one of the 4 things, and that is, as you can see on the 4 spots of the map, there are things we need to do to extinguish the malice, and it will make sense once we reach one of these. So I'm just gonna use Link, so, you know, everyone can have their battle. I guess everyone will do their part here in this battle, and we'll start off with Link quickly killing the first one, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So this, my friends, is... Yes, it looks like Urbosa. It is Urbosa. It's a malice version, this illusion of Urbosa. So, very weird. And you can already assume what the other 3 are going to be. Yes, they all represent each of the 4 champions and we gotta kill him. Feels weird, but I mean, at the same time, this is a completely red, weird-looking Urbosa, so it makes sense. I like this. It's like a variation of like the Dark Link type concept, but a Malice type, but this time obviously not of Link, it being of the champion, which is really nice to see, to say the least. Especially Urbosa, because she is my favorite. But there we go, one down, and just like that, the Malice just disappears. Very straightforward. We didn't really have to come up with anything too crazy. We just gotta kill the enemies, the game tells us to. So, okay, sounds good, sounds good. I guess that does it for Link. I wonder, I guess we should play as... We can play as Zelda, but wait. Let's just play as, no, okay. I was gonna say, I wanted to play as Urbosa, but I'm like, let me just show you guys Hutstu, because we unlocked him, and I should put him to use a little bit. So, okay, where are we going? Okay, he's the purple icon on the map, so let me go backwards. I was going the wrong way. Look at how cute he waddles. Like, he's absolutely adorable. And what's hilarious is his, the voice is spot on, in my opinion. And the voice actress is actually the voice of a character I really like. But, okay, let's quickly kill Mipha with Hutstu, and, you know, hear his voice as we attack. But yeah, the voice actor for Hutstu is actually the voice of Riven from League of Legends, which, for those who don't know, huge fan of League of Legends, and Riven is one of my favorite characters. I think it's hilarious how Hutstu from Riven, like, yeah, the voice actor, she has a lot of range, but I think she does a lot of very high-pitched squealing anime-like characters, so she fit perfectly for Hutstu. It's just funny that she also does a really good job with like serious characters like Riven, and for some reason I can't remember her name, but I know Christina something. So yeah, you know, I just have to say her voice is really good. I think she did justice, and it's really cool to see a character from like League of Legends do a voice in a Zelda game. It's like come full circle. I don't know why, I just think that's pretty interesting, so I thought I'd point it out. But yeah, anyways, let's move on and take on Daruk with Princess Zelda. I don't know how well Zelda will do. Daruk's gonna be probably the tankiest and most annoying, because he is the best when it comes to being a defensive champ. Maybe not when it comes to his actual attacks, but hey, he had the help of these freaking fire choo-choos, so you know what, I'm gonna use some ice on him. Sadly, elemental damage don't actually affect champions, even though they use elements. They're not like fire moblins or Wizrobes or something beyond those lines. But okay, there we go. Is there a chance? Can we use the bombs in time? Okay, I think I landed it this time. Nice. Okay. Why am I controlling this? I don't want to. You control a giant like bomb that shoots out more bombs. It's cool, but I don't think it's doing enough. Like, it's to one person at least. It'd probably be better in AoE. But I just realized we're gonna swap to Urbosa soon to kill the last one. And since I'm taking a while with Daruk, might as well have her start running there, because yeah, for some reason she isn't. They usually kind of go to where you want to go to. Like, they don't all run in place. They split up, which is nice. But I just want to make sure that Urbosa is close to the last one, because, you know, we want to finish this and get rid of the Malice as soon as possible. And I love the fact that I can swap between all of these characters and be as efficient as I need to throughout this. But okay, speaking of efficiency, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. I'll see ya. Never, because you're dead. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Is it really dead? It's an illusion. It doesn't really exist. But okay, Urbosa, she almost made it from telling her to navigate, essentially, by ordering her. I love that you can do that, like I said. And I keep wanting to mention it because I feel like it's just a really cool feature some fans may forget. But okay, glide our way. Anytime I can wall jump like that when getting attacked, it's super nice to just kind of bounce back. But okay, now we're against Revali. Revali probably has actually the most AoE, and he's the quickest when you think about it. But Urbosa's my favorite, so it is my favorite versus probably a lot of your guys' favorite. I notice a lot of people seem to be liking Revali because of how cocky and egotistical he is, which I personally am not a fan of those kind of characters, but I guess it's a character. Like, they're actually adding more character to Revali. He's probably the one that has shown the most character so far in this game compared to what we knew of them in Breath of the Wild. So I can understand why people are liking him in a sense, but again, I'm just not a fan of cocky characters. I've always been a fan of humble characters, They inspire me. You know, a little ego's good, but Revali just has too much. It's like actually sometimes annoying just to hear him, you know, spew his nonsense and go on and about how amazing he is. So I'm enjoying fighting his malice self, this hollow of Revali. Let's go ahead and extinguish him, as we will extinguish the malice. Which, come on. Okay, this is getting annoying, but you know what? One last stasis. Okay, and just spin him to death. This should do it, I believe. Okay, one last hit. So bam, bam. Okay, 2. I was a bit wrong, but there we go. We've done it. And just like that, I want to swap to Link, but I don't think it matters because I think we're done here. So now, yep, straight up Zelda's telling Link to come to her. So the path to Korok Forest is clear. I think it's time to take on what lies ahead. Let's do this.
What?
Yeah, so this has just happened. Link has pulled out the Master Sword. Kind of abrupt, but he had to do it as soon as possible because, I mean, the princess's life was at stake. And here we are now, slaying away, listening to the music that we've heard before, the iconic Zelda theme, as nothing stands in Link's path. He has the chosen Master Sword. The prophecy is coming to play as we just thwart all evil with the Master Sword and Hylian Shield. You know, you gotta do the perfect fit. So there we go. We've taken on these enemies. What's next? Alright, well, it looks like he is done playing around. Yes, Astor, the Prophet of Doom. This is the prophet that seems to be doing whatever he can to resurrect Calamity Ganon, and we're here to stop it. And yeah, he looks absolutely terrifying. So now we're learning so much about this game and its story. Clearly, this is not the same thing that happened 100 years ago. I think we would have learned about Astor in his past. You may be putting things together, but yes, this is the first time Link has obtained the Master Sword in this universe. But in Breath of the Wild, Link obtained the Master Sword at the age of 12 and had it this whole time. So clearly Astor, the little guardian that's literally running around with us as we face him, and everything else isn't aligned to how Breath of the Wild's timeline is. So obviously you can put two and together with timeline being a heavy mechanic. In Breath of the Wild, things are changing up. So yes, so much to take in, but let's just focus on the battle at hand. We got the Master Sword, we got the Highland Shield. We're gonna dish out the damage needed to take out this Prophet of Doom. You may notice by his garb, he has Gerudo wear. We have no clue at the moment, at least, what this person entails, where he's from, everything about him. All we know is that he works with the Yiga, the side that opposes Hyrule, and makes a lot of sense because this guy clearly is opposing Hyrule and its destiny, as his goal is to bring Calamity Ganon back, and our goal is to seal it. So let's go ahead and now face off against these hollows once again. I don't think we can actually do much to Astor as long as these guys are around, so he is pretty much summoning his puppets, his minions, similar to how we see Ganon do. I mean, all of Ganon's henchmen have always been very alike, but this one is the most alike. And yeah, overall I think it's really cool. There were so many theories and whatnot about who this was, and now we're finally learning about it. And I mean, I think it's cool that this game is throwing us for a loop and has plots that are just changing that we're not expecting, because now it's just getting more exciting. It's a new Zelda story essentially that takes place in a old Zelda time, you know, a retelling essentially. Is Zelda gonna help us? That's weird. She was like standing around the entire time. Now all of a sudden she's like, oh, I'll hit once or twice. I did something. But okay, yeah, let's just go ahead and continue on this. We'll let Zelda be, you know. Okay, looks like we have to do this one last time. He has summoned his Goonies once again. Luckily, these are really easy. The Master Sword literally pierces through Malice, and you can really see it take effect with this. It is so nice to use it with its lightsaber-like glow and everything. The Highland Shield, like, Link is looking so swag right now. You know, he's back to how he should be, the true hero. And, okay, Daruk is left. Oh, and we got actually one more, but it's fine. We just do the weak point smash on every single one of them. That, like, secures the kill really quickly, and then we can, yeah, focus on him. But yeah, see, it's so nice to quickly weak point smash all of these. But there we go. Okay, now he is hurt from all of that power he used to control those hollows. So we have a chance to dish out plenty of damage. But now I'm going to try to kill him. There's no way I'm going to let him summon more hollows. So I'm just going to dish out as much as I can. Make sure he dies. Come on, Link. These quicker combos usually break the weak point smash very quickly, like the little gauge. And I think this will do it. So here you go, Astor. Take Hyrule's might. And there we go. And hey, we got Hetsu's maracas. Nice. And it seems like Astor has escaped. Oh well, at least we have freed Korok Forest for now. And let's collect our rewards. Alright, actually this is really cool because, yes, now Link has the sword and shield. He looks the part in that regard, but he needs to look the part in this regard. Yes, he got the attire now. Now he's fully set to look his part as we knew him in Breath of the Wild. I'm excited to show this off next time, but let's move on and see what happens now that we've freed Korok Forest.
Great Deku Tree.
All is well. The sword you hold is the key to defeating the Calamity, to sealing the darkness. Young hero, you have been chosen by the sword to wield its power and vanquish the Calamity. And you, Princess. Do not lose hope. The path will open for you soon.
I see.
Forgive me. A deep slumber beckons, and even I cannot refuse. You have all that is needed to face whatever destiny awaits. Hyrule's fate is in your hands.
Alright, so that does that for this one. Probably the most intense episode yet. It literally has revealed everything you need to know coming into this game now. Hetsu is a playable character, right? We needed to know this. I'm kidding. It's mainly the fact that this is a alternate take on Hyrule's past. Now you can't even predict what's to come. So, I hope you guys are excited, because things are going to continue to ramp up, and I am beyond excited to see how this goes. But Krenel, Peak awaits. I was going to say Park for some reason, I don't know why, but Krenel Peak awaits, as, you know, a Minish Cap reference, of course. But, yeah, Link has a duty up ahead to take this on, and we're going to be doing that in the next one. Continue on with the story. I hope you guys are excited. I'm really excited to keep delving into this. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all then.